Hello everybody, Glass Half Dead here. Today I'm in a slightly different environment and therefore instead of getting just immediately thrown into my slideshow, while I'm here I'm going to use it, right? So I'm still just going to be doing the standard community update, the Kill Team Intel drop, just in a slightly different environment. As you can tell, there's a Manta here because we are about to play Kassakin versus Pathfinders on the Manta. We haven't discussed the rules yet, but Nick's downstairs, a little bit busy, because the whole of the player on crew is down with COVID apart from him. Anyway, let's dive in. So, boom, 11th and 12th of Feb. The biggest one was in Nottingham. Obviously, Warhammer World, they had their weekend there. Now, it was only 3 rounds. I'm just going to throw that out there. So I wouldn't take it as like the be or end all kind of like, oh, Star Strider's the best, Novitiate's the best, Breach is the best, because it was Swiss, and so obviously, you know, like, Swiss doesn't really sort itself out until at minimum round 3, more likely round 4, but whatever, 68 players. We then had Santander with Commandos, 22 player, again, big tournament, with Commandos, Vetguard, Blooded. We had Orenz, but that was in France for some reason. Anyway, 10 players with Death Guard, cool, Vetguard, Breaches. I think that was also a 3-player. Death Guard are good, but they're not gold good. But I'm just going to throw this out there. At some point, I am going to do a can this team beat Intercession? And Death Guard are going to be, you know, from the companion teams, so it's going to be Death Guard, Talons, probably Comorite, but maybe not now that they have Hand of the Archon, not sure, and High Fleet. Anyway, they are good. Followed by Vetguard and then Breaches, obviously. Scotland, 12-player tournament, Legionary, Intercession, and Pathfinders, the top 3 there. This was the tournament that I said last week. It was on BCP, but didn't give any information. I think it was in Elgin. If you know what that means, more power to you, because I don't. Gdansk. Now, this wasn't on BCP, but luckily, on my Discord, in the Intel drop, they said, hey, by the way, this is a thing. It wasn't on BCP. They have another one in March. I think the end of March. So I might go to that, because I actually quite like Gdansk as a city. March is a decent time to visit Poland in general. I might go. It was only 11 players, but it was Legionaries, Void Dancers, and Novitiates. Then we have Madrid, 14 players, with Breaches, Hunterclade, Void Dancers. Madrid again the next day, 16 players, with Breaches, Star Riders, and Intercession. Finally, St. Joan d'Espy, 12 players, with Breaches, Legionaries, and Intercession. So, just like this isn't a stat show, as you know. Just saying all of that, there were a lot of Legionary and Intercession, and Breaches and Star Striders. Yeah, just throwing it out there, because like the boogeyman of Pathfinders doesn't actually come up that often anymore. Anyway, let's go over to the Americas. Now you'll see here on this slide, I don't know where I've put the slide for you, but there are 2 blanked out spaces. I've decided from now on, if there's no data or they haven't filled in the data properly to the point that I can't say anything about it, I'm just blanking it out from the last week. So there were 2 events there that essentially either didn't take place or they didn't release the results, and therefore I don't know what happened. So Timonium, 8 players, Blooded, Legionary, and Breaches. New York, 20 players, Corsair, Legionary. Good to see the Corsairs don't come up much in podiums. I don't know how they have such a high win rate, but yeah, good to see that they do exist. Then we go to End of the World. End of the World? Rest of the World. Cordoba, Argentina, 12 players, Pathfinders. Yeah. Kassakin Commandos. Cool to see Kassakin up there. I think that might be the first time we've seen Kassakin podium, maybe. But obviously that's understandable because they haven't been out long, really. And then we have Sweden, 8 players, Corsairs, Novitiates, and Imperial Guard. That's my bad. I just put Sweden there. I should have put the town they were in. I don't know where it was, to be clear. And then we have me, because, hey, I can do whatever I want in this show. Manta, that's happening today. Steve, I don't know what I'm playing against Steve. And then there's supposed to be a third battle report, but there might not be. It really depends on how sick people are and how well they are, etc. The Holy Grail is 3 games, but who knows? It might just be 2. And then, of course, that means if you've made it to this point, I'd like to say this next slide is, of course, a subscriber-only slide, and that is a big double hello to you. Now, you might have noticed something different about that double hello. There was no sound, and that's because I'm at Play on Tabletop, and I don't have access to my piratewin.mp3 sound effect. I apologise. But you still get the double hello. Guys, I'm going to throw this out there. Kill Team player locator, it's pinned to the top comment. If you want to find your community, go put a pin in, look at other pins near you, etc. Don't forget to leave some contact details so that if there is somebody in your area, they can find you. That has nothing to do with me, just throwing it out there. If you are insane and really like what I do here, consider checking me out on Patreon. I offer the occasional bonus, but it's really just a thumbs up, a monetary thumbs up my way, which is awesome. And I have a podcast called Vantage Point Podcast. It's pretty fire, I'm going to be honest. Like, if you just want to get some more Kill Team content, I'm a hoot. My guests, also hoots. Go check it out. I just did one yesterday with Nick, and that will be up once I'm back from Play on Tabletop, so in a week or so. Yeah, check it out. Anyway, so now we go to community news, redacted, the second and third part of these weekly videos. There's not a huge amount this week. No hobby. However, I'm at Play on Tabletop. Don't know if you know that. So that's mainly what this part's going to be. I'm here. It's fire. There were some real issues. Like I got, when I landed in Canada, they said, by the way, everyone has COVID and is sick, so we don't know if we can meet. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, oh, great. Luckily, Nick is the only person left standing and managed to, at great cost to himself, his personal sanity, no doubt, have to spend time with me. And so we did a full How to Play Kill Team yesterday. We got in we started at 10, I think, and we left at 6:30, so a long shoot, if you will. And yeah, it was good fun. There was a lot of outtakes. I haven't asked yet, but I do intend to ask. I don't know what they do with their bloopers. I'm going to ask if I can get their blooper reel, or get the whole footage, and then I will make a blooper reel of it. Either way, I'm doing a travel vlog of this whole thing, so maybe some of it will make it into that. So I'm here, just setting up for the game, or the How to Play. This is the Play On studio. There's more to it.
Hi!
Oh, hey, it's Nick. There you go.
So you're showing the worst angle. Why don't you go this way?
No, but this is
don't see behind the curtain.
This is behind the scenes. This is the coolest thing. Yeah. Right. Yep. And then that's the behind the scenes where we have right behind my iPhone. That's all this is recorded on at the moment. There's like 70 grand's worth of cameras or something insane as we recorded all of that. Now you might notice if you're looking at that picture, maybe it's too small here. I have posted it elsewhere where it could be blown up to full size. I think I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I brought 8 of my kill teams along, just because they were what fit in there. Because before I left, I had said, "Oh, I'll just bring the kill team that you want me to play, 1, maybe 2." And they said, "No, bring whatever you've got. We might use it for B-roll, to cut to keep things interesting in the How to Play." So that's just fun. That's just a cool thing. Not because I think, just for all the naysayers about how good my hobby is. And then, of course, we have the Manta. This isn't really angled for the Manta. Again, I just recorded a podcast yesterday with Nick. We were discussing super indulgent, personally indulgent stuff. We briefly talked about Kill Team, but then we jumped on to analytics and battle report editing and why you should take one shot over another shot. Super self-indulgent, but it's my channel, so there you go. And something that in the middle of that, you will hear it if you go and listen to that Vantage Point podcast episode. Video for my patrons, audio only for everybody else. Oh gosh. You will see there is a moment where we're discussing, oh, what should we do for our game tomorrow? And he says, I've got a Manta. And I say, a what? Oh my God, we should play on. And that was literally right then after shooting the full how to play video, when we just said, oh, we should play on the Manta, shouldn't we? So yes, is the answer. We should play on the Manta. If you give me the option of Core, Into the Dark, and Manta, I'm going to pick Manta. When else am I going to be able to play on a Manta, right? So yeah, absolute fire, if you will. It's going to be Kaskin versus Pathfinders. We have not yet talked about what the rules are actually going to be. The Manta is quite cool in that there are a lot of little things that we could say, that's heavy, that's light. And we might do like, as if it's in flight, so there's clouds move across it. Maybe there be areas of smoke, so granting obscured. Maybe there be, like Into the Dark, -1 attack if you shoot through them. Don't know, we're gonna have to discuss it. And can we go inside? I don't know. Anyway, it's going to be fun, which is odd because something they kind of said was that from what they think, from their battle reports, it seems like the Kill Team viewers in general, it's all speculation, right? But they seem to think that in general, the Kill Team players are a little bit more competitively focused, and then sitting down and saying, yeah, let's just do a crazy thing on the Manta, because that sounds more fun than Into the Dark or Core, like, why not? So we'll see how that goes, but at the same time, it's a Manta, so I'm going to take that. All right, and then we get on to what can be done next weekend, February 18th and 19th. We've got Silverdale. Oh, so if you're looking at this slide right now, again, I'm editing it differently to how I normally do. So when I did the little lines going from, that was me guessing. I don't know where any of these states are in the US, so that was just total, where's Washington? Don't know. What is AL? I guess Alabama, but I actually have no idea. College Station Tex-Mex is College Station a hotbed of Kill Team activity? Apparently so. Catsonville, MD, again, I have no idea what MD means, but turns out that's where I'm going next week, because that's the Kill Team Open. That's a whole bunch of stuff. That's the narrative tournament and the competitive tournament. I know that the narrative has sold out at 24 players, but I believe the competitive has sold 92 out of its 100 tickets. So that's going to be awesome to review. I'm going to be there the whole time, streaming, shoutcasting, and TOing the top table, I believe. Don't know what was happening with Europe last week, but this week we're making up for it. We've got Barcelona, Galicia, Valencia, Madrid, all in Spain, obviously. Haarlem in the Netherlands. Good to see the Netherlands showing up. They haven't. I think that's their first time since I've been doing the intel drop. And then Poland has also decided to just go completely off the chain with Lublin, Warsaw, and Krakow all in the same weekend. Well, it's just nuts. And then rest of the world. Now the Australians keep telling me we need our own map, and they are putting up 3 tournaments this weekend, which is pretty good. So we've got Kingaroy, Miranda, and Parramatta. I obviously didn't say any of those correctly. And then, of course, Buenos Aires in Argentina. Now, the only reason I really put that up there is because, obviously, Buenos Aires was destroyed in Starship Troopers. I don't really know. That's all I know about Argentina. And anyway, that brings us to the end of the video. And if you made it to the end of the video, you know that I would like to give you a big triple hello. That's right. Isn't that incredibly wholesome? So once again, if you made it here, I'd like to say thank you for watching the whole video. There's nothing that you can do better for any small YouTuber. So thank you very much. Consider checking my Vantage Point podcast, my Patreon, if you're absolutely insane and want to support me monetarily. Also jump into my Discord. Again, the Kill Team player locator in the pinned comment, and on very occasional times, I also have a 40k channel called Full Scale Wargaming that I sometimes talk about things. Thank you very much, everybody. I will see you probably on a live stream this weekend at KTO. Otherwise, I'll see you for the intel drop next week. Play on tabletop, yay.